Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. Today is going to be a Free It Friday episode, and it's going to be all Matchbox. So I'm going to be opening up today a few mainlines, a recently found 9-pack, as well as a recent moving parts from recent mail call from Jake at Strictly Diecast. So we're going to start off with a couple main lines as mentioned before. So the first two are going to be two little vehicles that I thought were pretty good props as mentioned at time of showcasing. So first one is going to be the recently released Renault Twizy. Basically a little electric tandem two-seat car, and it's got a nice little blue color with some cool little details front and back. So yeah, we'll let this one breathe. Obviously it's a little bit bigger than 1/64th scale because this is a very small vehicle. So we're gonna start with that one. All right, here it is, out of the package, guys. Look at that. By the way, I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit raspy. I'm still fighting off the last remnants of COVID, so you know, hanging in there, keeping entertained with you know, reorganizing the collection and all kinds of good stuff. Pretty amazing that they have the mirrors on a casting that's so different as this. You know, they did a pretty darn good job, and you can see by the size of the steering wheel how small this thing is actually. It's a much bigger steering wheel than you'd find on sorry for the passing propeller plane there. So definitely a very small little vehicle that I had the pleasure of driving on a trip to the Caribbean. So very fun little thing. Put this one in the back here. Next up, we're going to be cracking open, to me at least, kind of a similar vehicle, but altogether much more badass there. So we're going to be looking at the Polaris Razor, a little side by side. I think this one would be a rear wheel drive, rear mounted engine. It's a cool looking one. It's the first time I picked this one up, and it's a cool, very cool livery. So let's check it into a little bit more detail here. Alright, I don't pick up a whole lot of these, but I find Matchbox does a really good job with these kind of little utility vehicles, basically. And this is going to look really cool on a trailer or something like that, basically, but this is, you know, closer to 1/64th, but I think it's still a little bit bigger. You see the steering wheel is definitely smaller versus the Twizy steering wheel, but with these nice off-road wheels, gloss black paint, dark black roof and roll bar to match the interior and the base. Cool off-road 6-spoke wheels with just a tiny little bit of tread detail on the tire there, which centers are slick. But yeah, it's a very cool. It's gonna look cool for outdoor photography, like off-roading type of theme. So that's very cool. I'm very happy about that one. I'm happy I finally picked it up. Definitely something that's more to my liking versus the Polaris Slingshot or something of that sort. Alright, next up, we will be cracking open the infamous FedEx box truck. It's kind of a fantasy cast, but, you know, at least it's, you know, FedEx liveried and called the express delivery, but it does look pretty realistic, honestly. Slight lack of details, but all in all, very nice cast, and the side details are really nice. So just needs a few extra bits and bobs, front and rear. And yeah, this one has a cracked blister. I actually bought it with a cracked blister. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I found one of these, because these are surprisingly hard to find on the pegs. So yeah, cracked blister, get it open. So this is one of these plastic bodied metal base castings. There you go. Definitely the only variation of this that I would pick up, and this is a slightly smaller scale. I think this would look good with next to something that's going to be between HO scale, 187th scale, and maybe 72nd scale. It's got the now classic Matchbox Steelies with the beauty caps. Got a clear roof. Not a whole lot to see in there. Interior is pretty basic, but you know, it's there, as you can see from a little bit from the window there. But yeah, I mean, the detail, the molding details for this plastic body are really good, I find. Should be fairly easy to detail, and that's going to be fun to do. But yeah, something a little bit different, you know, but still fun. I'll put that one there. Yeah, perfect. Next up, we're going to be falling into some more fun cars, at least cars that mean a little bit more to me. These three are really more, as mentioned, you know, backdrop accessories for photography, dioramas or whatnot. So, but you know, they're cool to have loose, nevertheless. Next one we're going to be cracking open is the first release in yellow of the 76 Civic, so the first generation Civic. At least if I'm not mistaken, it should be first generation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the first generation Civic, the CVCC Civic. So very, very nice tampos on the front and back with all the badging, all the details. A couple little bits and bobs that could be added on the side, and you know, there's no mirror as depicted on the photo, but still extremely nice cast. Since I picked up this one in white, I'm going to be cracking the yellow one open, which is the older one. This is the release from 2019, so 2020 on the pegs, licensing 2019. Let's crack this one open as well. Oh yeah, this is a nice little piece. It's funny because the only other loose Civic of this generation I have is actually a 187th scale Motor Max Fresh Cherries, and has a heap more details than this. You know, from rubber tires to lens lights to every single conceivable detail that you could want, except for mirrors, I think. Actually, you know what? Could be interesting to check that out in comparison. So let me get that Fresh Cherries one for you. It was super close, so why the heck not? Alright, so we've got the 1/64th scale, or thereabouts, 3-inch scale one. And here's the 1/87th scale of that same Civic in a nice dark metallic gray. So you've got every single conceivable detail is mentioned. These are separate parts if we're talking about the chrome parts. Separate bumper, lensed front. So you know, the front lights are not lensed. They are just part of the chrome plastic. But I mean, even the chrome bumper's got a black strip in the middle. You got that little license plate. This is a 75 model, so the year prior. Look at the detail on those rear lights. All the badges are there too, eh? Look at this in comparison. Now, mind you, this little Motor Max one is not a dollar car, especially today. If you want to buy one of these, on the secondary market, these have definitely shot up in value. You could probably find one of these for 20 bucks or something like that, still in a little package. But yeah, overall, I mean, crazy how much detail they can cram into an HO scale car versus the 3-inch / 1/64th approximate scale one. So I thought that would be a cool comparison to do. So yeah, that's another one that I'm happy to have an exemplar of loose. Just put away the 1/87th one again. Go back in its respective little display area. All right, next up and last of the mainline singles I'm going to be cracking is a casting I love, and since I have 3 exemplars of, first release, second release, and this I believe would be the 4th release, the Subaru SVX, or Alcyon, is known on the Japanese market and other markets in the world. This is the last mainline version to come out, so in a really dark green that's almost looking black. And I did not pick up the premium version, the collector's version, because I found the livery to be quite gaudy. The turquoise with the white, a lot of white details on there. This one does not have front details, but I mean super easy to add. Rear details are awesome. And the second release of this, could be the third after the premium one, but is a copy of Ryu Asada's car. So this is a car that Ryu actually owned. If we're talking about the red burgundy one, the first release was on 5 spokes with the white paint, which is my favorite out of the bunch. It's pretty heavy cast too. So let's crack her open. This came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, came out, actually no, this year, 2023. But a great car. This is a Giugiaro designed body. It's got the infamous partial windows, partially opening windows. Again, these details, I'm going to add a little bit of silver to the front there, so it's going to be added eventually. And we've got some cool gold twin 10 spokes on here, which are a good looking wheel I find from Matchbox. Going to definitely be adding some silver to that twin exhaust system that you can see here. And yeah, it's got a little Subaru SVX license plate on the back, so definitely a cool one for all the Subi fans. You know what? I think, is it actually green? Yeah, it's basically black with some green and charcoal flake, from what I can gather. But yeah, really nice model. As you can see, copyright for this one is 2018, 2019 release, and that's the white version that came out at that point with the Matchbox 5 spokes in chrome. So very nice. Love the color, love the car. We'll put this one right here. All right. It's funny how they sacrificed the front tampos to make sure that the band style rear lights actually were complete on the sides, and added a little piece of those side markers on the side as well. And we're going to be venturing into a 9-pack. Picked up a very recent 9-pack here. Try and check it out more in detail, but yeah, there's a couple castings in here I really wanted. Couple that I probably won't be keeping, and a couple that I already have in duplicates, but the one that I was really interested in getting was first and foremost the Opel Kadett, and this is the livery I wanted. Although the black and yellow one is legendary, this one has full tampo since it doesn't have a black hood and whatnot. And here's your exclusive nice G-Wagon, which I'm happy to get back in the collection in silver. I did have the satin purple one and satin blue one that I had picked up on release, I think in 2018 or 2019. One was gifted in a care package, and the other one was sold to another collector. And these, they've augmented the quality of the cardboard, I feel like, for these packs. It's really sturdy compared to what they are before. Let's get this 9-pack open. Take these guys out of the box. Now, cool thing about Matchbox 5-packs as opposed to the Hot Wheels one is the fact that they will come out with 2 or 3 different ones per wave, and it's all going to be the same cars in the packs basically, unless an error slips in. But that's highly unlikely, as the box, as you can see here. Sorry about that. That's an old Ford pickup that It's owned by a guy who lives close to here, and it's got a very leaky exhaust system. Yeah, but just to say, since these, as opposed to the Hot Wheels one that have like kind of like um, rectangular molded trays, this one is really molded for the specific car that's in there, so they're not as reusable as the Hot Wheels ones. But nevertheless, we'll get through these basically. Check out the cars that are in here, and I'll tell you which one I'm keeping, which one I'm not. First one that I'm going to show is basically the one that you just saw. So this is a fantasy casting. Looks pretty good though, honestly. It's called the Sonora Shredder. It's got the Jungle Safari livery, so the dark khaki green with like the camo on the side, brown interior and rear insert with the spare tire, a bunch of fog lights on the front, and yeah, it's got the little Baja vibe, maybe like, you know, old first gen Bronco kind of thing going on. But cool looking one, but it's not going to be retained in the collection, to be quite frank with you. So we won't include it in the parking lot. Then we're going to check out the repeats, basically. Repeats here that I have. There's 2 of them, and these 2 are going to be up for grabs as well. If you're local to me, hit me up, message me on Instagram at Sims, SIMZ, says SEZ, and be glad to respond to you, and we can set up a trade or whatnot. So 2 that I'm not going to be keeping are these 2, because they're doubles. TTRS I actually picked up in the previous 5-pack I picked up. Or is it? Yeah, previous 5-pack, Matchbox 5-pack that I picked up. This one was included in there. So that's a double that I'm getting rid of. Same thing for this Mini Cooper Clubman S. This is actually the same spec as the, I think the one in Top Gun Maverick, or one of the Top Gun Maverick 5-packs. And this one, well, this is going to be probably my 3rd color variation. I have a black one. I have this one in red, as well as the baby blue one that came out in the Best of Germany series. So there you go. These 2 are not being retained, but they're very cool casts, though, especially the TTRS. I find this is a cast that Hot Wheels does extremely, extremely well. So there you go. And this one's really cool with the white stripes, black roof, black rims. And I love the fact that the plastic base carries over to make those fender flares and rocker panels as well. Really looks good. And both of them have really good tampo work, front and rear, eh? Very, very good. So those are going to be up for grabs. We won't include those in the parking lot either. Now we're going to get into the ones that I'm actually going to be keeping. So one that I'm pretty happy to pick up, second color wave of this casting for me that is going to be in the collection. We are talking about the Tesla Roadster, and this is in a nice pearlescent, well, semi-metallic, semi-pearlescent silver gray. Again, those twin 10 spokes, which are really good looking wheels. Great tampo work in the rear, very fine details, very, very cool. Same for the front. I do have the first release of this in that frozen wine red or burgundy. So that one's going to stay carded. This one is going to be a happy addition to the, I guess, the electric car stash or green car stash or something like that. You know, I have a few Teslas and a couple of them loose. So here's your base. We're all great cast. I find it's better than the Hot Wheels one. It's just better executed, in my humble opinion, at least. So, does actually... Maybe I'm getting mixed up with the Gemera, Koenigsegg Gemera. I don't know. Either way, very cool. Very nice cast. And happy that it's found its way into the collection. Next cast we're going to check out. Got this little Jeep here. So we've got Jeep Gladiator. this is the concept version of the Gladiator. This is a 2017 licensed vehicle, and this was based on the Jeep Gladiator concept slash auto show car. Just to see the public's reaction, gauge interest, and same old from the auto industry. Very nicely done. If we're talking about tampos, obviously you can see what was retained and what was not. The box is much shorter than it is on the actual Gladiators. It's 4-door, but with the reverse opening doors in the back. No tampos in the front, no tampos in the back, but really cool muddy tampos on the side. All the hinges are done, the details are there, and I really like the fact that these wheels are color coded to that burnt orange. We're talking about these kind of like Y-spoke off-road wheels, and got a little wheel on the side there, which definitely wasn't retained as a feature on the production model, and I have no idea how you'd be able to open this this rear door on the driver's side. So you got a cool panoramic roof, mirrors, which is great. And here's your base. Yeah, it's still with the FCA licensing from 2016. Yeah, before Stellantis took over. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like this one. Definitely like this one. Color combo is really sick, and it's gonna be pretty easy to add those details that are sorely needed front and back. These are really easy to detail as well. Jeeps are blocky, so there you go. Got this thing going on. Put it in a handicap spot. I mean, there's no cops in this video, so we should be fine. Get away without a ticket. So, all right. We're going to then delve into another Toyota 4Runner variation. This one I did have 2 loose variations of. I got rid of one, and now I've got this nice beige one to go along with the light blue one that I have from a much older release. This casket has been around a while. This one surprisingly has a 21 copyright. I'm kind of wondering if there's a difference in copyright date versus the one that I have. You can see again partial tampos for the rears. From this angle it actually looks like there's tampos, but if you flip it around, they need to be completed. There's going to show a huge post in the back. Probably darker tinted windows would have looked better, especially this is a windows open model, but you get what you get. I'm going to see if I can pull the other 4Runner that I have, just for comparison's sake, because I know it's an older release. Yeah, cool. Did manage to pull that one. Oh, I had forgotten. I actually detailed this one a little bit, so yeah. Let's do a comparison. So here's the older one that I have. Slightly done up if we're talking about details. I did the front. As you can see, the grills, the lights, and all that good stuff. A little bit of silver for the mirrors and the door handles. And just added those rear lights that were lacking. Nothing crazy. But see, if I look under here, it's very hard to see, but this is a 2010 copyright versus the 2021 copyright. And trying to figure out the differences here. But I'm really not sure if there is any. Besides the production code. I mean, obviously the stamping is different. Both are made in Thailand. I mean, the details of the cast are pretty much the same. Really, the only difference is the base. Oh, actually, no, I can see what the difference is. Yeah, see, it's the front part. See, this part, I mean, obviously I detailed it, but it's kind of hard to see. The front fascia is part of the bumper, I think. Yeah, part of the bumper. Whereas the front fascia on this one is actually part of the body as opposed to the base. Sorry, bumper. Yeah, it's part of the bumper, which is part of the base. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, overall, that's the only difference. They kind of retooled it a little bit, but nothing crazy. And I can see here that the older version does not have that really ugly post in the back. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that one, honestly, guys. All right, well, let's put it here. All right, next up, we are going to be checking out some classic Americana. We got a couple variations of this truck, but it's the 47.5 Chevy pickup. This really cool blue-gray. It's got the scallops on the fenders. You can see here, what is there? Coffee. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, see, this is out of the Coffee Cruisers set. Just cool because, I mean, the Coffee Cruisers said there's a couple cool castings in there, but it's not a set overall that has enough cars that I really want for me to buy. It's a 5-pack. I like these Steelies with the chrome ring, but with the black center. Really works well. Got the black bumper, black base, black running boards, black grille. It definitely needs a little bit of chrome here and there, but overall, it's a very nice cast, very vintage. I like it. I definitely like it a lot. And here's your base. This one has a 2017 licensing date. And yeah, also made in Thailand. Alright, next we will be checking out my favorite cast in this 9-pack, and one I'm very happy to add to the collection. We are talking about the Opel Kadett. And this is the fastback coupe. Let's get it into focus here. Very, very nice color. It's kind of the same color as the Jeep, honestly. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same color. Not gonna complain there. It's a very cool pearl orange. Kind of looks like the Tangelo color that was really popular 15-20 years ago for custom cars. Here's your rear, fully detailed, as it should be. And pretty much all the versions of this that come out so far have been. Big difference is that front that's done. Very, very happy about that. Or is it the opposite? I'm not even sure. I think it's the back that's done and the front that's not on the yellow and black version, because of basically the black. Those are the iconic Opel race team colors, but this one is great. It's got the mirrors, a black interior that, as you can see, is pretty well done, honestly. Steering wheel's not disgusting. Gauge cluster is really well done. Got some molding details for the center console. Basic seats, but I mean, seats were all pretty much basic in that era, so nice little molding details. The vents here, door handles, those are probably going to be blacked out there to match the bumpers and everything. I'm going to definitely add a couple little touches to the fog lights, and the exhaust obviously in the rear that's just screaming to be silvered out. Maybe a little bit of suspension and diff detail, I don't know, we'll see. But here you go. It's fairly new cast, 2021, so it came out last year. I think this is the second colorway, and maybe the third though. I'm really not sure, because this casting was near impossible to find, since we get every other wave of Matchbox up here in Canada. Some waves just never hit. Pretty sure in the States it's the same as well for certain waves. I know for Hot Wheels it's definitely the case. I don't know for Matchbox for you guys in the States. You can let me know in the comments if it's the same thing for you guys. We'll finish off as we normally do when we're opening multi-packs. We'll finish with the exclusive for the 9 and 10 packs. Be it Hot Wheels or Matchbox, I always like to finish with the exclusive. So as you saw earlier, we are talking about this It's really cool. G-Wagon. This is the 5-door version. This is the G550, if I'm not mistaken. Haven't looked at the base yet, but let's check it out. Oh no, just in G-Class. 2018. So yeah, I did pick up the other two variations in 2019 when this was originally released. Great tampo work on the front. Hard to see because it's silver, but you know, the lights are done. There's a little bit color variance for the grille. Nothing on the sides, but I mean, oh well, no, is there? No, nothing on the sides, but I mean that's fine. I mean silver, so it works, and the rear's particularly well done. I love that the newer gen G-Wagon spare wheel cover. It's very cool. It's very well reproduced. Lights are well done as well. The more modern G-Wagon lights. So yeah, this one's a happy addition to the collection as well. Especially that it's going to be a match to another cast I have. Which is the moving parts version with the opening hood. So very cool. Very cool. Look at that, eh? Look at that. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Same wheels. Black on this one, silver on this one. Not the same spare tire cover. But that is really cool. Very happy to. I didn't even think of that. That I already had the moving parts short wheelbase convertible version. Well, definitely happy to add that to the collection. Then it's even better now. And we're gonna finish off with the moving parts that my buddy Jake sent me. The 23 Nissan Z in the launch color yellow. So we get this guy open. This horrible packaging. Oh, that was a clean opening. Sometimes these are hard to open, so happy this one was pretty easy. And here's your clamshell, and here's your Z. So the moving parts does not come with rubber tires as opposed to the Collector series and previous Superfast series, but again, we've got these twin 10 spokes, but in black this time. Moving parts, so opening doors. Okay, so this is a left-hand drive car. Interior is still the basic interior, eh? There's nothing special about the interior. And that's even more highlighted by the opening doors, but I'm definitely not going to complain. The seats are really well molded. Cool details. You know, you've got the little stripe of silver for the hood line, little Z logo. Rear super well done. I'm eventually going to crack the Hot Wheels yellow version of this since I do have the blue one as well. We're going to compare those, basically, the Proto Z from Hot Wheels basic line versus this one. Yeah, nice lights. Get the feeling the tampo works much better on this one than the Hot Wheels version, but that's left to be seen. We're going to pull this one out again eventually to check that out. But all in all, that would be the entirety of what we're going to be opening today. So I really do hope you enjoyed checking out these really cool Matchbox cars with me. Lots of worthy additions to the collection, and you know, a bunch of stuff that's, you know, pretty fun. So if you enjoyed checking these out with me, you know, obviously you can hit the like button, subscribe if you want to be notified of when I upload next, and of course leave your feedback in the comments. On that, I will wish you an excellent rest of your Friday night, as well as an excellent weekend. Happy hunting. Hope you find what you're looking for, and stay safe out there. Catch you on the next one. Take care.